I think one of the main things that I'm struggling with the most is definitely commitment. Like, if I really think back to it, I would think it would be consistency, but it's definitely commitment now. Because if you're consistent, you're able to do it pretty much every single day, which I'm pretty sure I think I can do. But if you're committed, even if there's like a down point in the specific thing you're trying to do, for me it's like creating videos. If there's a down point, you're still willing and able to get up and decide to make another video, regardless of how bad one video goes or another video goes, or regardless on even how high another video goes, and so on. For me personally, though, it's extremely hard to be committed. Um, Now, why? I can't really figure that part out. Uh, it can range from a bunch of things. I think for me, it's confidence. Like sometimes when I be putting out videos, uh, or let's just say, like for example, in my prime, quote unquote, which is I would say the earlier months of 2025, um, and sort of the middle in like the summertime ish of 2025, I would say that would be my prime because most of those videos, I'm talking specifically about TikTok, most of those videos were doing crazy numbers in comparison to what I'm doing now. Like numbers I'm really not used to seeing. Numbers that for all the previous TikTok accounts I've had, those specific views that I got in those months surpassed them by almost tenfold. And when I compare those views that I got in between early 2025 and mid 2025 to now, I kind of feel sort of insignificant because they're not crazy or as crazy as they used to be. And for me, you know, that kind of shook up my confidence a bit in making videos because I'm like, why are these people not liking the video anymore? Is it something I'm doing wrong? Do I have to switch something up? And I sort of get into this questioning phase in myself. Like, am I doing something personally wrong? Is the content I'm making just dry? Am I not putting out something new? Like, these are the questions that I ask myself in the background as a content creator. I don't want to call myself a content creator. I just make videos, which is technically content creator, but you know, I don't think I can classify myself as that until I reach a certain threshold in my head. Uh, let's say a content creator, or when you can start to call yourself a content creator in my head, or my personal definition is around I won't say 10K followers on TikTok because that's when you're able to truly monetize. Um, well, monetization on TikTok's like a, a dollar, but it is what it is. 10K is when you usually do get monetized or they start putting ads in the videos. Either way, the important part is my confidence was shook up. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. And right now it's kind of directionless. Whatever. The point I'm trying to make is that I'm really sort of scared. I'm in a very sort of directionless place with the content I have now. And that can be scary because one, the content that you previously made might not work anymore, and two, you have no idea where you're gonna go um, from here on out. You could literally go anywhere. And I've been trying a bunch of different stuff, obviously in the background. Um, and there's a lot of content that's just completely logged. Um, because I'm kind of afraid to, put it out. But eventually there comes a time, where you gotta be a little bit less scared. And I think it's okay to be a little bit scared, but to truly get those results that you want, especially from content creation, especially if I want to truly get to the goals I planned out for 2025, because I have a list in my notes on my phone about specific goals I want to hit in terms of subs, followers, or whatnot. The only conceivable way, the only possible way I'm gonna get to those goals is literally by pressing the upload button or post button or whatever. I realized that the reason why there's so much stuff in my phone that's just not posted is simply because I refuse to press the upload button. I refuse to commit. It's not even that I'm not being consistent, because I'm consistently filming these videos, consistently editing these videos, but I just don't put them out. The only way is through committing to it, even if it isn't necessarily yielding results. And I realized the reason why within those first few months of 2025 and those middle months of 2025, the reason why those months were so good was because I literally brain dead posted for those months, those initial months. Literally, before that, I was in the same situation where I refused to post. I was trying to figure out what was good and what was not. But the only reason why I was able to hit those milestones, those huge numbers that I was doing on that specific TikTok account, Grumpy Pants 123 if you want to follow, or Grumpy Pants Funny if you want to follow, was because I actually just brain dead posted. I did not care if it was good or not, as long as I always uploaded every single day. And I sort of tried to um substitute consistency with quality, but that didn't even matter because my quality of videos is actually pretty bad. I can't lie. All this is to say, I want to actually say to myself in a video that I want to commit to uploading as much as possible, putting stuff into action rather than just waiting and waiting and waiting till the best opportunity comes. Because honestly, there was never a good opportunity to upload. Well, there probably is better opportunities, but there was never an exceptionally good time. There was never a right time to upload. It was always now, now, now. And that's what I want to stick to for 2026. Or the mentality I want to drill home for 2026. Now, now, now. Thank you for watching.